A lot of folks decided to have babies during like one of the most dangerous times in our lives, right? It's one of the most dangerous times in our lives right now is the pandemic. Um, and there's varying comfort levels of how much you're willing to risk going out and doing things. I've been really sheltering quite a bit. But I think a lot of people have found, especially early on and all the way through, at least when we first started getting initially vaccinated, people were doing more things at home. And we were already kind of evolving into a society that was very much glued to our mobile phones, our smartphones. Smartphones really didn't start becoming a thing until the mid to late aughts, right? That's when we started, the iPhones came out and people started getting their applications and like going on social media on their phone, because that was really a game changer. Because prior to that, people were somewhat addicted to social media, but they did it when they were at their desktop computer. And then smartphones changed all of that. So we created a culture of like people who don't talk to each other anymore. You could be like sitting in a room full of people and they're all staring at their phones. This is actually one of the things that I enjoyed about like participating in politics, is that when I go to these events, I'm not on my phone. I'm networking and talking to people. And so getting thrust back into the pandemic put me back on my phone quite a bit, because I have so little interaction. And when I do have interaction, I'm very careful about it, right? But, you know, I'm looking at all these people who decided to have babies in one of the most dangerous times in history. And, you know, when I had my son, especially that first year was just like heaven. It was just heaven. It was the most wonderful blessing to have my son. And I just enjoyed every minute with him. It was so wonderful. When he started walking, it was a little more challenging because I had to chase him around. But I just enjoyed doing everything with him. Singing to him, reading to him, holding him, finding new and improved ways of helping him take a nap. I remember when he was a little baby, before he could walk. He was crawling, but before he could walk, I would sing, and he would actually try and match my note. And he had the ear. He could hear it. He could match the note. It was the sweetest little thing. I wish I'd gotten it on camera. We do have some videos. I think I have to have them converted to DVD, but we do have some videos. But you know, I really relished every minute of being a parent. And you know, I read the whole Harry Potter series to him. I took him to the midnight release parties. I volunteered in his classroom. I was a ferocious IEP advocate for him. Took him to his diving lessons. Was the the committee chair for his Cub Scout pack. Planned and organized the whole pack meetings. I wasn't a den leader. I did the pack meetings. I remember I did a survivor challenge. I got like a bunch of pizza boxes donated from one of the local stores, and we did like this challenge where it was kind of like a memory game. It was a memory game, but we had the kids matching up like natural things like rocks and leaves and shells, and you know, it was like kind of like the way they did it on Survivor. I planned a camping trip for the pack, and we all went out. I used to take my son camping like almost every year. Reading to him gave him a passion for reading. By reading to him every night for a long time. Like, I didn't just do like the short little stories. I was reading chapters of Harry Potter for a long time. It really fired up his desire to want to read. I wasn't able to get him to really stick to an instrument, although I think he tried cello for like 1 year. But he wasn't passionate about it like I was when I was a kid. I was really into it. But he wasn't really into it. He gave it up pretty quickly. Plus, it's a large I don't know. I guess he probably picked cello because I played cello. And I don't think he realized like what an effort that was going to be, because it's a large instrument. And when I was a kid, I had to carry it to school every day in junior high. But when I was in elementary school, I had to carry it on Wednesdays and Fridays. We had music on Wednesdays and Fridays. And it's a large instrument to handle and bring on a school bus with you and carry when you're a little kid. I was one of those kids who went to band camp. I did go to band camp. It was orchestra camp. Let me call you back. I'll call you right back. I went and I got a scholarship because I had done so well that I got a scholarship. And when I went there, I was given a new instrument because I never owned a cello. So I had a rental. And, well, it wasn't even a rental. It was like the school the schools believed so much in my ability. They believed so much in my talent that they would loan me instruments. But I was really at their mercy of what they had available. So when I went to this orchestra camp in Arrow Bearer is what it was called, Arrow Bearer Music Camp, they gave me a full-size cello. And I had been playing on a 3/4 size cello. So I got there and I completely botched my interview. And as I got used to the instrument, and they started, the leaders of the camp were, walking around listening to people play, they realized that they had placed me in a group that was much below my ability. They ended up moving me up, and by the end of the week, it was only like an 8-day stay. By the end of the week, they had me sitting second chair. I was also second chair my 7th grade year at the Magnet School, Bancroft, and I was first chair in the 8th grade year. I finally gave up cello my freshman year of high school because I got accepted into dance production, and the advanced orchestra was scheduled at the exact same time as advanced dance production. So I had to make a choice, and I chose to dance. But point being, your kids are only going to be kids once. They only get this experience once. Do not deny them of anything that you can do as a parent, of any of the experiences that they can have. Don't shortchange your kids. 2 cents.